guys, it's Casey and
Silas Hutchins.
hey, and we're gonna be vlogging today because we have no idea what to make for a video, and it's been a week, and I gotta upload something, and I don't have anything to upload. So, oh, this little turd is sick. So, excuse his sniffles, sneezes, coughs, because he's sick. Say hi. What should we talk about? What should we do?
I don't know.
My grandpa passed last week, so we ended up going to his funeral yesterday. It's Sunday, March, what is this? It's Sunday, March 25th. His funeral was March 24th. He passed away on March 7th, I believe. So we went to his funeral yesterday, and that was really difficult, especially for me and my mom. It was like a cry fest. Obviously, no one is gonna be like really good at funerals. You can't just go to a funeral and be like, hey, what's good? So obviously it was really emotional, and I'm really glad that he was there with me because, like I said, it was a really stressful day. It was really hard and emotional, and I really needed some emotional support. My grandma is handling it actually really well. Surprisingly, this isn't like her first marriage. Her first husband died, and she remarried again 18 years ago. And then her husband recently just passed away. So that was pretty difficult for me especially, but it was pretty difficult for him too because he met my grandparents, and my grandma and my grandpa fell in love with him and his mom, and now that they're gone, it's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, he's a good man.
Yeah.
Very popular in the beach area.
Yeah, he was a national fisherman. So like, have you guys ever heard of that show, like The Deadliest Catch? Yeah, my grandpa, he started it. His name is Wilburn E. Hall. He started it, and he co-founded it, or like founded it or something like that. And 3 of the boats that they used in The Deadliest Catch, my grandpa actually owned. And then when he died, in his will, it literally stated that it was for, like, he gave them the boats and stuff like that. Like, he donated all of his boats to the fishermen and things like that. So, yeah, he was a really incredible man, and he passed away here in Oregon, but he lived in Newport, Oregon, which is the more coastal area. They lived right off the beach, the Newport Bay, I guess, and it was really difficult because obviously, like, the house that they live in, my grandma can't afford. Because if you live by a beach, or you don't know, living by a beach is extremely expensive compared to like living closer to the beach, or like living in like the city or the country. It's really expensive because it's so close to the water. So living in Newport, because it's surrounded by water, costs a lot to live there, and their house is stunning and is right off from the beach. It's literally like a 5-minute drive from the beach, so living there is really expensive, and my grandma's all alone, so she really can't afford it. So they're selling the house, they're giving it to the church, and then the church is going to do whatever they want with it, I guess. But I'd really love to buy the house because I grew up with that house, and I want my future kids to grow up in that house, but oh well. I'm sure family needs it more, but
yeah, and he also donated a ton of money to the churches and just schools around it.
Yeah, there was this middle school. I think, was it the middle school or the elementary?
It was middle school.
This middle school was changing locations, and they were trying to build more sporty typed athletic programs for the school. So my grandpa funded like 75,000 for a track,
Something like that.
for the track itself, or what, I think it was 100,000 for the track, and then 75,000 for the gym.
Well, what he did is he sold his property to the district, and the money that he got from the district, he gave some of it back into the school so they could start building the school.
Yeah, so my grandpa was a really, really incredible man. There was like 300 people at his funeral and those who couldn't come, but there was so many people there that were really supportive towards my grandma. We got to see a news clip. Back there, if you can see that little paper right there, he actually wrote a book called By Golly, My Fishing Life. Can you grab the thing so I can show him a picture of him? He, like I said, he was like a national fisherman, so he did a lot of crabbing. This is his book. This is my grandpa back when he was, you said he was 40 in this picture?
45.
Yeah,
like that.
about 40, 45, in his 40s in this picture, and this is called the what crab? The spider crab?
I think it's king crab.
The king crab. That's what I said yesterday.
Yeah.
So he's in there, and then here he is before he passed. He was such a cute man, a cute little man. And
He's
there,
15.
yeah, and then here he was. I think, was he like 18 or something like this in this picture? Is that what he said? So in here he was about like 18. Total ladies man. But he was super respectful, and he wanted to join the Navy. Okay, he wanted to join the Navy, but the Navy actually, they didn't like reject him, but they told him that he would be better off. He was more useful being a fisherman and a crabber.
To supply everybody.
Yeah, to help supply so that he could feed the people. So instead of joining the Navy, he became like a fisherman, and he did like crabbing and things like that on a crab boat. But I don't want to make this too long. I just wanted to share with you guys this really cool book. If I can find the link, we'll give it to you so you guys can get an idea of like who he is. He's a really incredible man. I think the books are $15. I bought one just because, you know, it's my grandpa, and he did extraordinary things in his life, and he loved my grandma so much, and she loved him just incredibly much. So rest in peace, Wilburn Hall, and we love you, and we miss you, and yeah, be sure to check out his book if you guys can. That would be pretty great. So thanks for watching. Bye guys.
Bye.